You're listening to the Daily Nugget, dnugget.com for May 26, 2024. It is Jesus Religious Sunday. Apologize for the Religious Sunday issues we had last week.
Yes, we were...
Technical problems. I'm going to blame the devil.
Yeah. We were praying.
We're praying. I'm going to blame prayer.
Yeah.
Jen was praying so hard, her video quit. So.
Yeah, I was praying that episode wouldn't come out.
Well, God answers prayers.
Yes, he does.
Sometimes not the way we want, though, Jen.
No.
German court rules that robots can take Sundays off for, quote, religious reasons.
Yes.
Well, good for them.
Yeah. I know I was concerned.
So it's interesting. But apparently, there is in the German Constitution, they mandate that Sunday is a day of rest.
Oh, okay.
Germany, most services are closed down for Sonnestruge.
That sounds delicious.
Sonnestruge. I don't think I'm saying it right, but I'm trying to say it as angry as possible in German.
Does that have pretzel in it?
So, and I only can say it one more time, so I got to really nail it this time.
That's right. I was going to call you on it.
Santa Cruza.
I don't think you said
there's
enough.
a T in there.
I really don't think you did.
Well, you certainly sounded mad enough. So.
Thank you.
Sounded just like Hitler.
Sam, you said that with the biggest smile on your face. That was so creepy.
There we go. There's the word. You tell me how close I was. Our German listeners, please let us know.
Sonntag Shruhi.
You gotta get more in it.
Santas.
You gotta sound like you're hawking a loogie.
I think I did.
Like that.
All right. So apparently, Sunday Sabbath, most stores are closed, which is pretty cool. So, but now there's robots coming out. And Germany's supermarket chain, Tegut, created fully automated kiosks for customers to shop without a single human employee. They look like Tios, and they look like barrels with grass roofs. So they're not.
What?
So it's not just your self checkout. What'd you say?
You said they're not, and I said very attractive. I mean, the description of them sounds like awful.
Are you attracted to robots, Janelle?
Oh my God.
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
That's not what today is about.
Things are going to get weird real quick, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a
After
picture
the story.
they describe it. I want to actually see a picture of this thing.
I had a picture of it before. I don't know where it went, though.
Teguts. Okay. So the funny thing is, I found a website that has AI renderings of it, which of course you know are not right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Tegut.
For our audio listeners,
Trying to find
Andy's
Tegut.
now looking up something on the internet.
Thank you.
Tegut. Oh, okay. Why did they just put this picture in? Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Yes, I am.
There we go.
Huh.
It looks like a little tiny home. Why did they just say tiny home?
It looks like a submarine on land.
Oh, I thought there were individual little robots milling around the store that look like barrels.
That's
with
what I
grass on the
thought.
roof.
Right, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, me too.
Like one of those.
That's not the right one there. I'm trying to see. So you go in there.
So it's like,
and then
it's like a wooden Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
Or a Swiss roll.
And there's no one in there. It's just robotic.
I see. So
customers check in with their ID and are free to roam the store, paying at self-checkouts. Oh.
So is this like that Amazon store where you could just pick something up and scan it?
Right, and then walk out. And then they decided it didn't work, so they stopped it. They stopped doing it.
Yeah. Too many people were stealing.
Well, so the funny thing is, I was just in an airport the other day, and I was in the Dallas DFW airport, And they actually had a few of these where it was just a little sign, and there was like signs. It was like, hey, you can just walk in and walk out. No checkouts needed. Although they still had somebody standing at the front.
Oh, yeah. Because there needs to be
Right.
some sort of intimidation to not.
Right, to not just walk out. Although I suppose if you're in an airport, where are you going to run to?
Yeah. We can talk about
It's
this
a little-
another time, but I remember reading an article about the Amazon store that they were like, it was all AI, and actually wasn't necessarily all AI. There was a group of like 1,000 people in India watching video feeds. Maybe we can talk about that next Tech Thursday.
Let's do that. Let's do that next Tech Thursday. That's hilarious. Okay, so this is the question, though. I think it's a good question. Should robots have Sundays off?
Do robots have
They-
souls?
They don't have souls. No.
Do I have to care?
Well,
That
that's
is
a good
also
question.
a great question.
Mm-hmm.
But I
mean,
Go
I
ahead,
was going
Janelle.
to say they're robotic. That means they have no. I mean, their energy is all mechanical. So, what's to refresh? What's to get tired?
Right, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I also think this because it's interesting. So the workers' unions. I mean, Germany has a lot of very strong unions. So their argument was they didn't want. They said the success of these shops could see people trying to push for more relaxation of these rules where you don't work on Sunday. So it's kind of cool. So everybody there in Germany, even though they're probably not super religious, they all say, "Hey, we don't want to work on Sunday."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
So
what if these robots actually aren't robots, and they're just little people in big metal suits,
The conspiracy.
like R2D2?
Mm-hmm.
it is interesting. If you think about it, there's still a few days of the year where you really can't go anywhere to get things. Like Thanksgiving is going back to that. Remember, I think Thanksgiving kind of started opening up and people were like pre-Black Friday and they gave up on that. Christmas
Mm-hmm.
and Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And is it interesting that no one seems to argue about, hey, I want to work those days. Everyone seems pretty okay with it. I mean, it just means there's a big rush at the store the day before.
Yeah.
But it's almost like it's a good thing.
Well, it is kind of a good thing.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying, but I'm just saying I think maybe society realizes, wait a minute, maybe this is a good thing that we don't
And
work
chances
every
are,
single day.
if you're one of those people that's selected to work on Christmas, Thanksgiving, or Easter, there's a chance that you're just single and alone, which makes it extra sad.
Or you're a supervisor at Target, because my wife had to.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
No bueno.
No
good.
bueno.
She got to see the thrush of humanity on Black Friday.
Ugh.
Mm.
What people do for a flat screen TV. But I like that because, again, we're all Jesus religious here, right? And we believe in the day of rest.
We do.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
this is a good thing. And I think this is maybe where robots can
Take over.
deliver stuff
Yeah.
on a Sunday, and then we don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
You agree? Are we in agreement?
do.
Are we all in agreement on this?
I think so.
That's
I
mean,
that's
but-
nerdy on this show.
All right.
Time to end it while we agree.
All right. Okay. Well, let me go. Well, I feel like our Jesus religious Sundays have not been as deep as they should be.
Right.
In what way?
So let's.
This is still the daily.
What
Nugget.
can we do to
Let's not
improve
forget that.
Well, let me just go deep real quick. Just a little
Do
thing.
that voice again.
that? Okay.
I'm trying. What in your life do you try to have a Sabbath, which is like a day off from? Do you do it on Sunday? Do you try to avoid certain things more than just, I don't know. What does that look like for you guys in your life?
Mm-hmm. Good question.
For me, I'll start. For me, I do a lot of freelance stuff, and I try to always now, I'll do more of it on Saturday and try to really leave Sunday to just not doing any of it.
And now you lead a small group on Sunday.
Right. But that's not work necessarily.
Is it?
I mean,
It could be, but yeah. Well, I applaud you, Andy.
well, thank you. Thank you, Janelle. I feel
Nice,
like Sam is
nice
shaming
work.
me.
Yes.
I am a little bit.
Is this the Janelle applause?
Yes.
The finger claps.
Mhm. Yeah. No, that's admirable because not everybody can do that. And I did not grow up in that idea of you take Sunday off. It was a different day for sure, but it wasn't like, oh, there was always something to do. So having now understanding what the true Sabbath is, because I studied it extensively,
Oh,
uh, we
well,
don't
we should
do
have
it
you talk
right.
then about this.
No, we don't. As Americans, we don't know how to do it right. You know, there are a few out there, I'm sure, that actually honor the Sabbath, but it was originally intended to set aside a day to stand back and say, "Hey, God, you're great because you've done great things," because He did it at creation. And so, at when you think about it, God didn't need rest. He's perfect in everything. So He stood back and realized everything that I made is complete.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Janelle,
So what do you do?
Sabbath scholar.
What do you do for Sabbath then, Janelle?
What do I do? Well, I've trained myself to not do anything on Sunday. I do go to church, of course, and I serve at church. Some people could consider that, you know, breaking the Sabbath, but for me, that's the way I honor God.
Mhm.
That's the way I thank Him for getting me through the week or whatever. And I try to purposely not plan to do anything.
Well, I think
It's hard.
I think
It's hard
it was
sometimes.
C.S. Lewis who said, "When I work with my mind, I rest with my hands."
Mm,
Mm,
Um,
that's a
that's
good
good.
quote.
and
Hmm.
so, like, it doesn't mean doing nothing. It just means doing something that you find fulfillment in, rather than what you're doing for work. So, I think serving at your church perfectly fits that mold. If you
Yes.
find it
Yes,
fulfilling,
it does.
do it.
Yeah. Well, and it's also that point, like you're saying, Sam, to refresh yourself, to rejuvenate, to take a break from, your regular work. It does say in the Bible, work 6, rest 1. So, I mean, it's simple math.
Well, in America, we're supposed to rest too, but I don't think I know anybody that really does that well.
No, no.
I remember.
Well, and
Oh, go ahead.
I used to spend my weekends just catching up
Oh
on
yeah.
everything that I didn't get done in the week. But
And then you
Well,
were
the lawn
tired
ain't
by
gonna mow
ever
Monday,
itself,
huh?
read
Janice.
That's what your kids are for.
Have you ever read the book Ruthless Elimination of Hurry by John, what's his name?
Acuff?
Mm-mm.
No, not John Acuff.
Calvin?
Um,
I have the book.
no,
I forget his
Bon
name.
Jovi.
what's his name, Jen?
Stamos.
I don't know, but I have it on my bookshelf. I read it.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
good.
good book.
Well,
It
hurry,
was,
go get it, Jen. Get it now.
No,
Hurry,
no,
hurry, hurry.
no.
Do it.
Janelle, go get it out of your pantry.
John Mark,
Is it?
McMillan?
No.
no,
McMuffin?
no, it's not any of that.
Pope John Paul.
John Mark Comer. He's a
Oh.
pastor up in the Northwest somewhere.
I have a devotion. I should get that book. I have a devotion called The Year of Slowing Down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's devotions for every day. I think I got to day 3 so far. So I'm really
He's
slowing
slowing
down.
way
You need to
down.
slow down.
I'm really taking it. Just letting it soak in.
Andy just
Right.
takes the whole week, breaks it into 3, sleeps for like 14 hours, gets up, does his thing, sleeps for another 14 hours.
Well, I've done some Bible studies on Sabbaths and stuff like that, and I've heard one that the quote was Sabbath can kind of, you can kind of think of it as wasting time with the Lord. So
Oh.
you are including God in whatever you're doing, which we should be doing every day. But it's
Right.
more
Right.
leisure, more, less stress, less work.
Yeah.
It's just, God, you're with me. What are we going to do today? And as for
Mhm.
me, it means on my calendar, it used to be Fridays or Saturdays because I worked at a church. And that's not a Sabbath for me. I'm working.
Nope, it is
And
not.
so it would be one of those days, and I just knew my calendar's full that day. So if anybody asks, what are you doing this day? I'm busy.
Nothing with
And
you.
By busy, I mean I'm wasting time with the Lord. And so that could be like family time. It could be, making some stuff. It could be resting. It could be a lot of things. And I've also read about like you may be in a season of life like motherhood or long work days or whatever. You can't set aside a whole day right now. God cares about the heart. Other people, the world looks at the actions on the outside. So even just moments of Sabbath, that's great.
Yeah.
What you're saying is being a parent is challenging.
Hard work.
It's work.
Hard work. Yeah.
That's okay.
But it's work worth doing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the bags under the eyes. For our audio listeners, I just pointed to the bags under my eyes.
There's somebody coming in your door.
All right. All right. And that's the Nugget. I think I gotta go.